Dang, it's almost 7 o'clock. I think it's been like 2 hours since the last recording or last stream, of course. I'm still using them. Not shiny, so why is this guy so slow? I was a demon. Oh, what's up? At least one person joined. Seems like no one else wants to. So I went to a party, but I decided to go back home. I got bored because none of my friends were there. Let's be honest. You don't want to go to a party and not know anyone. Let's be clearly honest. I wouldn't even really talk. I don't really talk to new people, at least in public. I decided to come back home. I'm not gonna, Bob, because I knew I was gonna be sleepy. That too. I'd be sleepy, but it sounds like something I would do. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna rank. JK, don't say the N word. Yeah, I wasn't planning to. So, SpongeBob Tower Defense, admin abuse. It was alright. I think it was better than Jandel's admin abuse, which honestly, it isn't that much of a highness. I only really cared for the XP and the luck. Game passes didn't really get, besides trading or gifting, by the way. Yeah, I didn't get any of the game passes. So that's fun. It was fucking mid. Didn't get anything really that important. Um, Besides like a couple secrets from the summons. I mean, they're good. It's just like a bit better. Um, I don't know. I don't know what else to say after that. I could have been so much better. Like we should have more time for the XP. I felt like if XP was just rushed that time because we had 3 minutes for 100K. That's not much. Like 3 minutes is not a lot of time, especially if you don't have 7 times. That really sucks to not have 7 times. It's better than gag. Yeah, that is true. But I'm talking about like the really shitty admin abuse where it's just weather events and no restocks. It was better than that at least, but like nothing higher. The Great Pumpkin, yeah, that's what takes over. The luck was even more right. Yeah, that too, because it only lasted a minute. Who's gonna get something in a minute? Who has enough gems for that? Maybe new player. No, no new players will not have the gems for this. So it's gonna be really, really hard for them to get stuff. They need to stop rushing things. If it's 90 minutes long, make the luck event last a little while. Maybe 10, 5 minutes or so. Make the luck 20 minutes even. Make us grind a little bit instead of just us sitting there for half the time. Sorry, but it was just rushed. And honestly, that's why the game is, not getting that good of players right now. Because everyone joins for the admin abuse, but they don't join for the update. Everyone leaves because no one cares, pretty much. And I didn't even get the good guy, like the best one in the game. Because, oh, fuck my luck, I guess. Russian Foxy, what's up? Because screw my luck, right? What's your opinion about the new puppet unit coming? I hope it's better than this Party Glock. If it is, if it's a starter, and if it's better than Party Glock, I will be happy. I'm hoping this is a starter unit because Party Glock fucking sucks. I don't like Party Glock. His cooldown, his cooldown's like okay for like a starter, but like an FTD1 was so much better with their starters. This is pretty bad. Markiplier's in this game. I hope so. Imagine this is the third time the train has came. What's going on? I got Markiplier. I hope it's a damage dealer. That too. That too. They need to start focusing on their damage instead of the passive. Passives are fine. That's good. Their passives are at least decent. But like, give them some fucking damage and give them a decent cooldown. You know, their passives is what carries. Like, it's really hard to destroy their passive, and really hard to give up a unit that has such a good passive. Like BB and J, they have a stun, which already is way better than Golden Freddy's stun because they have a random chance of doing it. So it's a better chance than a 40, 30-second cooldown waiting for another stun, which you're never going to get. BB and J has a way better stun, and it's already knocking out Golden Freddy. Let's be honest. It's doing way better than Golden Freddy. We can all agree BB and J is better than Golden Freddy. Maybe not damage wise, maybe not cooldown, but their passive is what carries. And that's what Golden Freddy's really relying on is his passive, because he's the only stun unit in the game, but that's not entirely true now. Now it's BB and J also have the stunning. Was never good really. That is true. I got Golden Freddy, I'm like, man, this guy is kind of buns for being a hero. Yeah, when I was a new player too, I'm like, this guy is not that good, especially with all these upgrades. I'm like, okay, he's not gonna have that much damage. He's probably at max level. He could probably only do maybe not even 1,000 damage, maybe 700 at most. That's not very good, especially when you have someone like. Did I not place him? I guess I didn't. When you have someone like this guy over here who could just do maybe almost 2,000 damage, and he's not even fully upgraded. The guy's only level 20 for me. So yeah. Look at that. Already doing more than Golden Freddy. Level 2 of its upgrade. I bet you his DPS could do more than Golden Freddy. But yeah, Golden Freddy is already out of the meta. He never was meta. He was pretty much bottom because Puppet was obviously better to go for. Puppet was way fucking better to go for. Way better. Passive was better. Damage is kind of better. I hope these heroes get better. I hope the hero, or maybe this is a new hero unit. That too, but it's exclusive, obviously. Maybe we get a new hero unit this weekend, but the chances of that are kind of low. They need to buff Golden Freddy, indeed, buff his damage. But they probably buff his damage when 2 months, 3 months later. No worries, they probably buff him like 2, 3 years later. They're not buffing him anytime soon. They'll start buffing when they actually start getting more units that are stronger and way better. This is just the game starting out, so Golden Freddy probably will never. Why is Golden Freddy the one that always gets the most shit in this game? Why is Golden Freddy the only one that gets the most crap in this game? I don't understand. Golden Freddy's very, very strong as an animatronic, but in this game he's like the weakest in the meta. You can't be Party Glock Freddy in damage. Kind of sad, man. Kinda sad. I mean, Party Glock does more than him. They make Withered Golden Freddy strong as hell. Yeah, I know. You know who's also out of this meta? Withered Freddy. He didn't last very long. I knew Wither Freddy wasn't gonna last very long because his DPS is okay. Like it's all right because he doesn't do that much. But like this guy is doing damage, man. The regular one is worse. But yeah, Wither Golden Freddy didn't really last that long, and he got off my team pretty quickly. And that shows you how strong these passives are. Because I don't think Wither Golden Freddy really even has a good passive. And you only really rely on his shredding ability, but his shredding ability is story grind. Yeah. Anything outside of that, it's just like it's okay. Like I guess you could have the team every so often. Same with Shadow Freddy. That him, he's still decent. I probably wouldn't run him, especially if you have a team like this. You probably want to run BB and J over Shadow Freddy and Withered Freddy because you want the stun, of course. Why I'm running him. Stun is very good. He can buff himself. I think he can buff other units. I don't know if that's true. Probably not. Probably just buffs himself. Look at that damage. Decent damage, not gonna lie. Shadow Freddy is the best secret. Um, best summon. Well, I mean, for now, yes, but in the future, no. The best, yeah, for at least secret wise, yes, he's pretty good. I didn't really use him when he really came out. I never really used him because I never thought. I mean, when I was a beginner, yes, I used him, but like now, it's just like I don't need him because I have way better units. My units are so much better, especially because strong. This guy's strong. Just used him until I got Puppet and Purple Guy. Yeah, once you have like Purple Guy, he's washed off your team. Look at wow, wow. Purple Guy probably, if not, he has a good pass. He's gonna be hard to beat. But then again, he can get overshadowed if like if another summoning unit that's way better than him comes out. He's cooked. He pretty much got countered. He pretty much cooked once a new summoning unit comes out. That's way better. But these are just theories. I'm not trying to jinx anything. I'm just saying these units will get power crept big time. Once there's like a unit that does like 10k damage, all these units are gonna suck. It's gonna happen, and they're gonna have to buff the older units to make them somewhat reliable. Um, but yeah, or maybe even 5k. These guys are gonna be washed. You know, they had to nerf Dreadbear because that was a really strong unit. It seems like because of his, I think his spawn something. By the next after this event, most likely the Xmas event. Yeah, probably. That's what I would say. That would probably start getting the more power corrupt. Some amazing damage dealer, indeed. This is where we probably will start getting some strong units. I'm gonna die anyway. This part, when Christmas event happens, that's when it's gonna start really hitting some damage. Because I cannot kill this guy. Because this guy has like more defense than anyone right now. Holy crap! He didn't stun. I don't. Sucks that. Jacko Rot. Jacko Rot sounds like more like Kakarot. You know? Yeah, you guys feel me? Jacko Rot, Kakarot. What's the difference? Yeah, you could join an endless. I gotta play more endless games anyway because I need coins. I'm almost at 10k. Let's go. I'm grinding for this next one, so I don't have to tomorrow. Hey, fair enough, man. That's to me, right? This game has been pretty fun, I guess. You know, I kind of completely forgot about that boss Slayer quest. Time to open more presents and more shit. I think they're also going to do quality of life tomorrow, which is means maybe trading will come because they already have like a trading request. Like that's kind of a hint. Like, look, hold on. I'll show you what I mean. So you see this trade request? This is kind of a hint that will come to the game. High performance, no one cares. Like this is kind of a hint that's going to come into the game. We just don't know when. I hope trading comes tomorrow. I know, right? How many free things I can get? Oh, wait. Oops. I'm kidding. Because I do need to fill up this index, not gonna lie. And dude, you know how cool Dreadbear would be on the team? I'm kidding. I don't, that should be too kind. Look at how many coins I'm at, man. I would ever think I'd be at this many coins. Can't tell. I don't even know what toothless. I'm gonna get so much stuff. I know, right? I don't know if souls will be tradable. Probably. Oh, there you are. How you doing? How you doing? Fine day. You know, I hope the Discord becomes more active. I kind of wish that like a while ago, but it's whatever. If training does come tomorrow, I'll be happy. And I hope they fix the fucking Faz rings tomorrow. I'm sorry for swearing, but God, they need to fix it. They need to be fixing this for a while. People don't want to. Yeah, at this point, at this point, do we just give up? Oh, shit, I placed it way too fast. Got my starter. Just play. Just don't place it. Just wait until the money comes. I think you should have enough to play something. That's right. We're gonna have two puppets on the team. Place puppet, good. Oh, you have that team. Okay, I see. I see. Ooh, wait, who's your last slot? Oh, puppet. Yeah, you're right. Speaking of puppet, I probably should place my puppet down. What's good, Mr. No Post? My team is a booster team. That's good. Think I could rely on that, you know? I mean, I have BB and J. Have booster, have damage dealing. That's a good way to put it. Oh wow, you're like, hey, it'll be buffing my beautiful unit right here. 1,000. Let's go. 1,000 damage. Slasher Bonnie's really good. His cooldown's nice and low, so it makes it really good to use them. The thing about purple guys, like you don't have to really like put him in a spot where he attacks, because he doesn't attack at all. That's fine. Like I only really care for his summons. His summons are kind of really strong, not gonna lie. My cooldown is amazing, indeed. It's actually definitely one of the best cooldowns in the game so far from this event. Not the best overall, but it's pretty good. Better than a 9 cooldown from Dreadbear. Going down to like 6 when you have like Haywire on him. Yeah, Dreadbear would have a 9 cooldown if you didn't have anything on him. 9 cooldown. Does that sound insane? A 9 cooldown. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Dreadbear is kind of, yeah, because he got nerfed. If he didn't get nerfed, he would have been pretty good, but who knows? They nerfed his ass. Yeah, it's pretty bad. 9 cooldown is never good. Yeah. Uh, Dreadbear. You remember with Dreadbear and Fnaf TD1? What? He was so much better. He did like 20,000 damage. That's when I had him. And he had like a 2 cooldown. He wasn't that bad. But this is a more newer game, so I don't think it's going to have that many strong units. Is it me or Dreadbear is always getting nerfed? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe they hate Dreadbear. They hate Dreadbear. It's a shame. But the damage is starting to go up, kind of. It's at 3,000, I think is the max you'll ever see a unit do. It's not bad. Like, what did he do? Well, at least fix the cooldown. They have they have beef with Red Bear. Indeed, they do. Same with OMC. They had beef with OMC too. They buffed him, then nerfed him, and I think they nerfed his ass again. Same with Chronos. Remember when Fnaf TD1 used to, but he buffed. I'll tell you this: Fnaf TD1 buffed Chronos, then nerfed him twice after. OMC was the GOAT. You kidding me? OMC was the best unit. I don't give a shit. OMC is the man. OMC is probably, actually, I think he might have been one of the best go-to unit. Yeah, the thing about OMC was he had probably one of the best passives in the game by far. And it's not even close. One of the best passives, number one actually. Being able to kill a unit instantly every couple seconds is just more than atrocity. Like, and then doing massive damage to bosses is even better. Like, the guy had an actual good freaking passive. The guy was strong. And he stuns the boss too. I think he went back to doing that. They made it so he can stun the boss too, which is even more insane. You can't tell me that's like one of the top one number passes. Like, I don't think any unit could do better than that. There's no unit that had a better passive than OMC. Maybe damage, sure. Passive, not beating anytime soon. Everyone would run OMC without question. I got the Dark Knight puppet. I didn't get Dark Knight. I had to trade for it. It seems like I had to trade for a lot of my Apexes. I actually did trade for OMC. Then I pulled on a couple more OMCs from a present from times 3 and times 2. I think I pulled one from. I actually pulled one OMC from one present. I think I streamed it too. I don't know where it is. Somewhere, but it was during. Ooh, I don't know. On my own, I had to trade. I didn't get all my Apex units on my own because I couldn't. Because my luck was so garbage, so fucking garbage. Actually, the units that I really got that I was kind of lucky for was Black Ice, OMC, and Chicosaurus. That was it. Didn't get anything else after that. I didn't really get that good of luck. And it was kind of a big jump too. Olympus, no, not Olympus. It was from Christmas all the way to recent this year, which that's wild, dude. My luck is really bad, and I summoned over maybe 120,000 times from the 10 times summon. It's just like, man, my luck sucks. I've opened up less presents and got more apexes because the apex chances are a lot higher. My luck got nerfed. My luck, I think, got buffed. I think my luck is buffed. Because getting a shiny nightmare is. I never pulled a shiny nightmare in an FTD1. And that's shocking. I did not pull a single shiny nightmare. Nope. Not a single one. Not a single one. I'm being serious. I did not pull a single shiny nightmare. It was hard for me just to pull the nightmare. Because they had no pity. They had no nightmare pity, so probably what lacked them. Actually, I did pull some nightmares. I think my most favorited nightmare that I pulled was Dreadbear, because he was just a go back then. I wish they did Grim Foxy. They still have a part 2 event, but I wish they did Grim Foxy. They have to, right? I mean, I get they're doing more units, more better units, and giving Balloon Boy somewhat of a chance, or JJ some of a chance, which is technically Balloon Boy, just girl version. They're being a little kind to him, but Grim Foxy has to come. He's like a necessary. He's a necessity. In this game he would have a lot of aura. The guy would look so cool. It's only coming. Yeah, it's coming next weekend, and they're still going to delay it somehow. But hey, at least this weekend we'll probably get a quality of life um with maybe obviously a new unit. Quality of life most likely just so they can add some stuff into the game. That's probably what they're focusing on. And that's why they have the extra week to focus on Halloween Part 2. They better fix Faz rating. That's true. You know, Grim Foxy, he has the most aura in this game by far, and no one can debate me here. Grim Foxy has the most aura. You can never Scott Cawthon made him right when they made him. Like him, his inner body is just fire. His outside, he has a big like hook. I can hook anything at that point. He could just grab anyone, just yoink their fucking head off. That was a very good design because he was in Help Wanted, and he was very slow, but he was so cool. And even in Fnaf TD, I know he was a starter. He wasn't very good, but he was good for me. That's why I called him the best starter because he was on my team, and he was actually my best starter on the team. Got cooked when he made Grim Foxy. Indeed, indeed, indeed. They cooked hard. They know what they're doing. Anyway, how much is my beautiful units doing? Pretty good. Yeah, really good. How is BB and J doing? Decent. My best starter for most of my FNFTD time was Phone Guy. I never really liked Phone Guy. Now, the only reason why people used him because of his slowing, but his damage was so bad. His damage was terrible. When Game 4 came out, I watched Bemi Block struggle the hell out of beating it of the Game 4 Endless. He was not beating it very well, Phone Guy, until Night Guard came. Yeah, Night Guard took over. It was like, yeah, my turn. He was like, now it's my turn. Phone Guy really struggled because he didn't. It was mostly the power creep that lacked so much. Power creep was kind of wild. Are we not gonna beat this boss? Figured. We did good damage, we just didn't beat it. I used Night Guard. Hey, no problem with that. Actually, my favorite unit was Fredbear. When Fredbear came out, Withered Fredbear, I think his name was, or Tarnished Fredbear, that's his name. I used him. He was so good, man. He was actually the best starter because I think he did slowing, he did reduced regen, but then they completely nerfed the hell out of him, and he was a lot worse than he should have been. Um, he was good, and then now he's not that good. He was my goat for a while, like a while. Obviously, never Tarnished Fredbear was pretty good for a while. I used him for like a long time. And I think I used him in Christmas, probably even Olympus. Um, when they nerf him, that's my question. Probably a little while ago. But Fredbear was my guy. I tried using Phone Guy, and I never want to use him again. It's no shame of using Phone Guy though. If in early game, they just needs to buff him. We all knew. You know Speed Dial? Everyone probably knows Speed Dial. When Graveler came out, he was a good summoner, right? He was best summoner in the game until Speed Dial came out. After Speed Dial came out, Graveler was in the barrel. He was ass. Speed Dial was so much better because the thing about Speed Dial is he summons 10 times better, and he can actually do damage while he's summoning, which Graveler could never do. He can summon, but it's not that great. And Speed Dial basically did both of those things. He did damage and he had a summoning mechanic, which was really, really good. He basically summoned with boosters, I think over 3-4 million at times, or even highest 2 million because of endless things that we did that buff damage. But base, I think he did about 2 million a summon. Gravelord only around 700k to a million. We all knew who was better. And the damage, there's no need to talk about that. I think Gravelord max, not even 10,000. And Flex, what's up? And then speed dial over like 100,000, maybe even 120,000. Uh, so, yeah, we obviously knew what the difference was there. You play Blox Fruits with me? I have not been in a Blox Fruits mood. I think Blox Fruits I just haven't been playing. I'm pretty good in Blox Fruits. It's just like I haven't been grinding. I haven't played in a while either. I probably suck. Back for endless. Once again. It's 13. I'm probably gonna quit. Probably go to 13k, which is 4 more games. Yeah, I don't really play Blox Fruits anymore. I would have like 3 months ago. Hasn't really been that long. Holy cow. I didn't realize how long it was since last time I played Blox Fruits. I might have been not playing. I mean, time's been flying, so I'm not staying up until 3 a.m. You should totally stay up until 3 a.m. It's Five Nights at Freddy's time. You gotta go until 6 a.m. before you could sleep. I'm searching Portal. Portal's they nerfed Portal. Portal was good, but they nerfed it so you can't teleport as fast. I get like you gotta make it until 6 a.m. You got you gotta stay up until 6 a.m. Check your doors. Check your power. I think that's all of us. I think well, I'm not really I do get grumpy in the morning. I sleep in my shower, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's true. I do sleep in my shower. Bye, Flex. I do sleep in the shower. I did actually today because I was so tired. I did not want to wake up. Hey, am I wrong? No, I'm kind of tired. Yeah, well, in yes, my shower. I was too tired, man, and I finally woke up because I probably splashed water on my face to wake me up. You know, people say I need coffee to wake up. You know, how are you tired? You sleep in the well, because then I wake up at like in my time. I wake up about 5:15 in the morning, which I go to bed at like 9. I don't like waking up in the mornings. I don't think anyone does. I wake up in that early in the morning in my time. So basically, wake up, which I struggle to because I just like turning off my alarm 9 times. So I wake up at 5:15, which is rarely for me, which is makes it hard for me to wake up. And yeah, I only wake up in the afternoon, which makes it really hard for me to wake up because I'm not a morning person. Let me tell you, I like to sleep until maybe 7 o'clock usually, or maybe 6. Um, Sometimes 8. 8 would be wonderful sleep. But yeah, mostly Monday through Friday is just like I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, which kind of screws up with my schedule a lot when it comes to the weekends. I wasn't trying to make a 6'7" joke. I think I'm not a teenager. Well, technically you will be pretty soon. I mean, you're like what, 12 years old, maybe 13. Hey, you'll be hitting that road real soon. No worries, you'll be hitting that high school road. You know the thing about I'm 13 next year, so I was right. I guessed it with saying you're not a teenager. That gives a lot of hints. I guessed your age. It's pretty obvious. Well, yeah, I think when people say they need caffeine to wake up, I think your brain just really sucks. I hate coffee. I hate caffeine. I hate Monster, the energy drink. I don't like caffeine. Caffeine's for, I don't know. But all I need to wake up is, yeah, basically water. Taking a shower. That's all I need to wake up. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I need. I don't need to for some fucking caffeine to get into digest. Like hell no. Come on. I slept in my English class doing a story. Story was kind of boring, not gonna lie. But yeah, I had gym, so it's probably why I was so tired. I had gym after before um English, um PE, physical, fit, physical, whatever it's fucking called, PE, whatever, physical education. I have that every day for 2 quarters, and then I switch my core class, not core class, but I don't need fucking coffee. Coffee is for brokies or people who really struggle with waking up. More like people who struggle to wake up, and yeah, they can't wake up at all. The thing about coffee too, it's like coffee for depressed old people. It's just coffee's gross. Like the way it sits is like so bad. It's terrible. I don't like coffee. And what's crazy is like people and the way your breath smells too after is just fucking ridiculous. You just get out and just don't even talk to me. There's people who have it every single day. Friends drink coffee, it's hella weird. I know, right? It's like, wow, you want some coffee? I'm like, hell no. Well, they don't tell me that, but I'm just saying. Coffee's for bitches. I wake up my own way. And that's waking up and not drinking coffee. My mom drinks coffee every day. Really? It probably smells like Dunkin' Donuts, not gonna lie. Dunkin's pretty good though without coffee. She kind of does. Man, I was just guessing. I was just guessing. Good guess, you got it. I know, right? I was just guessing. I was just guessing a random store, it seems like. A random fast food restaurant. Can you call it fast food? Is Dunkin' Donuts a fast food restaurant? Because it has a drive-through. I'll call it a fast food restaurant. It's technically fast food. Same, almost the same thing. A morning fast food restaurant. I guess you can call it that. Half yes, half no. Yeah, I just don't know what to call it because I'm like, is it a fast food? Is it not? It's like kind of is, but it kind of isn't at the same time. It's not really like it's just really hard. Oh, the thing also thing about coffee, it's not good for you because it's sugar. If the thing about sugar is like it's not good for you because it can get cavities and you get the point. Dunkin' is actually better than oh, obviously. Thank you for saying that. I didn't have to say that myself. Starbucks sucks. By the way, the Starbucks drinks are good. It's just the fake fruit that they put in it sucks. The fake fruit sucks. Why are you putting fake fruit in drinks? Like, this is why Dunkin's better because they don't do that. They don't put fake shit in there. That just tastes like they just put it out of like a random ass fucking freezer and just dumped it into the thing. Mom doesn't go to Starbucks? Yeah, me either. And the reason why I also don't go to Starbucks, because I'm not a fucking nerd, is there's always cars wrapped around the building, always, and they always tend to mess up your name as well. I think maybe that's Dunkin' Donuts as well. They tend to mess your name up. I don't know why, because they can't spell. I think Starbucks does that a lot. The thing about Starbucks too is just like no one goes over there anymore. Nobody. Imagine you say name the Alex and they come out with like David or something. They come out with the name David, and they're like, "What? This is not my name." Yep, that's true. So yeah, this is why Dunkin' Donuts is better. Um, yeah. Um, but the good thing about Dunkin' Donuts is like the best part is their um bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel. That shit's fucking fantastic. I love the bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel. That will make travel. I actually went to Dunkin' Donuts recently and got that. I'm like, damn, is that shit good? Yeah, because I always get that if I'm at Dunkin' Donuts, no matter what time and day it is. After school, it was delicious. Basically don't really have anything to eat at school. Sometimes I don't eat in the mornings, so I guess it was good for me. Also, their refreshers are pretty good too. They taste really strong, which is probably all the sugar in there. But hey, the refreshers wonderful. Could chug that, not gonna lie. And this is why Starbucks sucks a little bit because they're lacking um food. They're definitely lacking food because their food's man, food kind of sucks. Dunkin' Donuts is way better. Coffee, I don't know who would win that. Refreshers, probably Dunkin' Donuts. Obviously, they probably have more options. Dunkin' Donuts is overall better. We can all agree. It's just sometimes, wins overall. Yeah, I don't know who would win the coffee competition, but I think it might be Dunkin' Donuts. But I don't even care about coffee. That's not on the list. We shoved that on the way. We just shoved that to the side. But yeah, at least Duncan, they don't need hearing it. That is true. They can get your name perfectly fine because they can actually spell and they actually went to English class. Let's talk about real fast food restaurants. We obviously know who's on the bottom of that list. I'm putting Burger King on the bottom. I actually had Burger King. I actually tried Burger King. And let me tell you, it was okay. I didn't like Burger King that much. And the reason why I say that is because when I had their fries, and this is the real kicker too. There was one fry that was no salt on it at all. Then the next fry I picked up was drenched in salt. It seems like they're not very consistent with their portions and how they run them things. Their burger was fine, which was probably the best part of the whole thing, and the drink, but they just don't know how to season things, it seems like. They really suck at doing that. They're not very consistent with that. Maybe it's just my Burger King that I went to. It'd probably just be mine's, but like I had one with no salt, one with a bunch of salt on it, covering my entire hands probably, a little bit on my hands. It's just like it's just not very consistent. The burgers were kind of small too. Burgers were fine, I guess, but like the best part was the drinks. I chugged like two sodas. I had like root beer, but the root beer kind of. My favorite fast food is KFC. I can agree. I can agree on that one. KFC is fucking delicious. Especially, I like coleslaw. I like mac and cheese. I like potatoes. You know, you could probably having a chicken. Yeah. So, have you tried biscuits and gravy? That shit's wonderful. You can call me weird. That is actually pretty good. Biscuits and gravy. Now, the biscuit might be dry on its own. Dip it in some gravy, and it's fucking wonderful. It changes so much because you have moisture on there. You have a little bit of moisture, and it doesn't make it as dry as it usually is. So having that moisture helps you eat that better, which I had it. It's fucking amazing. You don't want to have that dryness. That's, I think it's pretty. It's definitely new. I think it's good. You should try it someday. Maybe if you go back to KFC and like, remember that guy when he said you should try that biscuits with gravy, and then you try and like, maybe that's actually pretty good. I hope you get that reaction. No, go to KFC and maybe try doing that. Try it low key. Yeah, you should. Um, Party Glock Freddy, you're gonna be out of here. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know, um, no, I clicked the AFK button. Another fast McDonald's. I like McDonald's. Um, I think how they make perfect and the perfect fries. Their fries slam, man. Their fries do slam. Their Coca-Cola, I didn't never really have. I obviously go for root beer because I'm a root beer guy. Um, but like their Big Macs also slap too. I'm a big ass back, so I get Big Mac. I like the Big Mac. The Big Mac sauce is really good, but the fries they're pretty good too. There was actually one instance where the McDonald's fries were so salty. It, that's all I tasted. The Big Mac fry is the best burger at McDonald's, indeed. The only thing I want there. And this is why Burger King struggles with competition. They don't have competition for the Big Mac, indeed. It's like fighting for Pokemon cards. You know, it's crazy how many people fight for Pokemon cards. It's wild now. It's so cruel to see adults just all in on Pokemon cards and not saving anything for the kids. It's going rampant. And then they try reselling it for way more than it should be. That they're just resellers. Like that's not how you should run. Like they're just wasting money just to try to get more out of it. It's kind of crazy. It's Pokemon scalpers, basically. That's what it is. Fuck ass people. This is why I don't buy Pokemon cards anymore. Because I'm gonna have to cause a fight over it. Yeah, trying to make a big, quick buck, indeed. Like, it's crazy how seeing the little kids so sad because they can't get Pokemon cards kind of makes me a little upset, not gonna lie. Just seeing kids can't get their Pokemon cards and they can't have fun with their other friends with Pokemon cards. It's just sad to see. I don't like that. I want to punch every fucking scalper I possibly can. I want to make kids have fun, you know? Some reason when I say if I get this or that, I'm gay. Actually, that's a great point. You know, my friends do this all the time. They're like, when they're playing a game and they lose, and they say, "Oh, that's gay," or "This is gay," "That's gay." When they keep saying that all the time, what is not gay at this point? Fucking Christ! When they just say gay constantly, like, "Oh, this shit's gay," "Oh, this is dumb," "This is fucking gay," like, how is it gay? You're the one who fucking sucks. Like, I hate when they keep constantly saying that. And that's one of my friends too. I'm like, what is not gay at this point? You just call everything gay. Like, can someone explain to me what's not gay? Like, that's gay. Honestly, I don't really say that much. If you lose, you lose. Suck it up, I guess. Snooze, you lose. Oh, like, my friend tends to do that a lot. A wall over rage? I do have a bit of a I'm not proud over that. Yeah, your hand's probably hurting. I am one of those guys who have a anger problem. Um, I used to hit walls all the time. I used to punch walls, concrete walls too. Yeah, one of the houses I went full on blast with it, which was a concrete wall. My hand's fine. Yeah, I hit two concrete walls. I kicked the door. Um, thrown something at someone, mostly a football. Luckily, it didn't hit them. Can I ground with you after? Sure, why not? I was pretty devastating. If I threw anything at people, it probably would hurt. Yeah, I was kind of one of those people who had very, very bad anger problems. You know, started being late, hurt my leg. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, it wasn't very good. I'm trying to obtain it better now, but like, woo, I mostly if someone pisses me off, like at school, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm probably just gonna start getting angry and start yelling at you because why the fuck? Like I got hit with the racket recently. It was made of metal, right to my arm, my non-dominant hand, and I start getting angry because like, what the fuck would you hit me for? It's not an accident. Don't think it's, like they say, oh, it's on accident. Oh, I didn't mean to do it. Yes, you know, it's crazy to think when someone tries to hit you on accident, it was actually on fucking purpose. He was trying to get out of it. I know it was a girl too. It wasn't very like you don't have to go very hard just for a metal racket to hit my hand, and that fucking shit hurt. It was a metal racket. I knew it was because that's all I. And some metal rackets are quite sharp too. Not fun to actually hit. So I got hit with the metal racket. I started getting fucking mad because that shit actually hurt. It was that shit hurt, man. They hit me first, I could beat the hell out. You know that is actually quite true. My rule is if they hit me first, I can beat the hell out of them. You know that I feel like that should be a rule anyways, like an actual law. Like if they hit you, you can hit them back. Like why is that not a law? Like you letting girls punch guys all the time, us basically assaulting us when we literally gave them rights and not gave them, but they had to fight for it. But basically, we still gave them human rights to basically do anything, and yet like they're treating us like this because they have periods and they think, oh, they're the greatest human being on the planet. You know, what's worse, getting kicked in the balls or getting a period? You would say kicking the balls. If you are correct. Because that shit's not fun. That's actual pain. And a period's not really a pain. It's more of like you get grumpy and you have to like, you don't want to talk to anybody. You start being grumpy, because that's how girls are, I guess. It's true. Girls get grumpy over periods, and they like to eat very specific things, it seems like, and they don't do anything. I'd sit there all day. When you get hit in the balls, you feel pain. You start. Yeah, it isn't fun. I guess a lot of guys can think of that too, because most of us get kicked in the balls by girls. Let me tell you, that's not fun, especially getting punched in one too, because that happened to me a lot. I got punched in my balls many times. Was it fun? No. Oh, no, that was not fun. That shit hurt. And it was lasting pain too. It lasted like maybe 7 minutes. It was not fun. It sucked. Absolutely sucked. Could never say that was never fun. We all can agree getting kicked in the balls is so much worse. That's what girls have to realize. But at least I don't get periods. That's a good thing. Anyway, um, yeah, back to the anger problem. But yeah, I used to do a lot of throwing, but I don't try to as much. But if I do get angry, it's for a good reason. Um, I don't get angry that often, but like not as often as I used to. Oh, my leg. Oh, I don't get angry as often because there's no really reason to hit my table. I wouldn't hit a table. Right, maybe I would. I'll just start yelling until they back off. Most people like to back off. So yeah, that's what I would do. I would scream and yell a lot, or just break something. I would do that too, or throw something. Because if someone pisses you off, then you're going full rampant ass on them. Especially when people kind of just, especially people who like to spread shit about you, for no apparent reason. Um, People who like to talk shit about you, and not stop bothering you. Yeah, it's basically how it is, and that's how if they start roasting me, it's mostly bullies. You know, I will tell you something right now. The thing about bullies is, yes, they bully you, and they think they're top dog in the world. What they're not realizing is bullies are quite stupid. Yeah, most bullies are stupid because they don't know how to do their own schoolwork. And in the future, God's not going to really like those kind of bullies. So you know what they do to those bullies? They make them poor. They make them homeless. And to the people who were, taking along strong against these bullies, I really stopped giving a fuck about the bullies 'cause it's just the same shit anyway. They would like those guys and make them rich and powerful. Bullies, God doesn't care for bullies. He would toss them away they can care about their own life. God will never be on their side. God would be on their side. The only time God would be on your side if you were really strong against these bullies, who are really stupid anyway, and he'll be on your side and help you out throughout your life. The thing about bullies don't understand, they don't care for anything. They can do whatever they want, it seems like. They can yell at a teacher, they can do whatever they want because they think they're cool and they think they're top dog, they think they're so famous. In reality, you probably wouldn't get one view on TikTok anyway. And you probably I get more views than you. It's just like the movies. Exactly. It's just like it's just like this. This is probably a good way to phrase it. If there's a bully just, kind of pushing you around, thinking you're so weak and you're just like kind of like hiding your outer self, like you're not showing anything, no muscle or anything, and then you just beat the fuck out of them and then back off if they can or if they die. And they just back off and they don't talk to you ever again. They're because they're scared of you. That's usually a thing in movies too. They're so pumped up, they're so like, and then they get their asses beat. That's also a good way. It's just like saying God's kicking their ass. They have big mouths, indeed, indeed. Big mouths, but weak bodies. And it seems like girls are always the one that bully guys. It seems like they're. It seems to be like that because most of the bullies that I was dealt with were girls. Crying in the corner, exactly. But I kind of took it like a man after middle school. I started taking it better because like I was more mature than elementary. And high school, I just did not care. I'm like, yeah, whatever, cool, man. You go about your day. I don't got bullies. Well, I was bullied back in elementary. Middle school, high school, no, I was never bullied again. Actually, I don't think I ever really was bullied in high school. Yeah, I just didn't give a shit. I started I started giving less of a crap when high school started. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna really care for this. I'm like, yeah, it's just the same thing anyway. Like, it's like, wow, you just finally pointed that out. Thank you for telling me. Did I ask? No. Did I care? No. Um, it's good enough for me. If I didn't ask or care or talk to you about it, shut the fuck up and move on. Which is similar to did move on. I'm smarter than bullies anyway, so what am I talking about? And stronger than them. I weigh more than them. It seems like guys will always have a better build than girls, but girls do have the flexibility. But what does flexibility do when you could just powerhouse that and just counter the shit out of that? Girls can be flexible. Yeah, we don't have the strength. The thing about boys is we have a way stronger immune system. It's true. To get rid of these bullies, I know, right? So easy. Most of these bullies now are just vapesters. They're just vapesters, little losers, little nerds wasting their money on fucking vapes. It seems like a lot of people do that. They waste $40 on a vape and it dies after like 2 days, after like maybe 1 second of you using it. It's like an iPhone. No, dies after so little. Yeah, everyone's just a vapester now. Actually, 1 out of 4 teenagers don't vape, which that is really, really, really low. I'm gonna say high, but no, really low. They're basically just paying for death. And what's crazy is last year I got so annoyed when people were just coughing in the background tremendously. I wanted to get up and just slap each and one of them. I know they were girls, but like it was starting to bother me. And this is why I listen to music on the bus so I don't have to hear that shit. Because my headphones last a long time. When people start coughing on the back of the bus, I'm like, can you just knock the fuck up? Like, come on, man. I'm trying to go to school, not listen to you guys coughing on the fucking bus. Go cough somewhere else. And they were coughing. It sounded like they were coughing until like they almost puked or something. They were coughing heavily. They were coughing like they were about to throw up or something. They were coughing that bad. I'm friends with most of the girls at school. My school is just a bunch of fucking idiotic people. People that are degenerate and know nothing about life, and they're just degeneracy people. I don't get bullied a lot, thankfully. Don't jinx it. No. My school just is a bunch of degenerate person who will never have a good life, who will always be broke, and you're broke, you're always asking for money. It seems like that's gonna be the way for them. Most of the people in that school who vape or do anything because like God wants to have good people on this earth. He really does. He wants to have good people with good hearts, um, good hearts with good people. It's just like when you don't have that, it's really hard for God to like say like, wow, this earth is something, you know. I don't vape. I never will. I don't think do my best to stay away from it. But if you do vape near me, I'm gonna tell you get the fuck out of here. I don't like people who vape near me. And that seems like what happened last year. I didn't really say anything about the vapes, but like he left to a private school. That's crazy. But like you could see the smoke on the bus too. I'm surprised no one caught on. But like um the vapes were really bad last year because you could see the smoke when they smoked it that much. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Plus, does vape smell like shit? Which was even worse because I hate the smell of vapes. I think it's disgusting. Yeah, sure, I sound like a fucking bitch, but still, I ain't vaping. Oh, sorry, you're a pussy because you don't vape. Okay, so you're a pussy if you don't vape. Let's be honest. I'm so much stronger without vaping because the thing about vapes is why would I want to cough 24/7? That's not good. I would be so lazy too. That would be so fucking lazy. That's so degenerate of a person to do that too. They're just degenerate fucking losers. Sorry for swearing. They're just fucking losers at this point. Who will never be successful in their life, who will always just be vapesters, always be handing head or giving head to people, just hanging out drugs, going to jail, being those kind of people, you know? And I don't like those people. I don't. They can kiss my ass. Those people do not deserve to talk to me. Don't talk to me if you vape. Don't ever talk to me. At least not in person. Save that vape for later. And you know, the thing about vaping too is you're gonna be dead in a young age. Vape Vapors are gonna basically, yeah, that's true. It basically, it really started when seventh grade happened back in middle school. One person did it and everyone started doing it. Just one person it took just for everyone to do it. Because of the nicotine in it. Why are people so addicted to that? I don't understand. And good thing I picked a good option. I'm like, "Hey, why would I want to vape? Like, after someone's germs on it too? No, I'm a pass." And that was a right decision. I picked the right decision. And that, even one of the people said that was a good decision, man. In your school? Oh wow. Man, your school doesn't care, or do they do care? Because it was cool. You're not cool if you vape. Let's be honest. You're not cool because you vape. No, you're a degenerate person who's gonna have a degenerate life. Probably will almost have no job. Just degeneracy. That's all it is. Degenerate. They suspended him. That's crazy. Wish my school did that. More like they should expel him. So they sorted it out there, thankfully. That's true. Vaping's not good. It's not good for you. No, I sound like a fucking adult, like a 30-year-old. But like, again, what's the whole point of vaping? Have a good life. Try to live a good life. Instead of just being a degenerate loser who's gonna make no money, no car, barely having minimum wage, try to have a good life. They expelled him? Oh, they did. So I was right. Am I right again? Seems like I've just been guessing. That's the word I was looking for. Am I just guessing these today? Am I just the ultimate guesser? Wow. I'm just that good. Three times. I'm just the ultimate guesser. You can call me that. I got confused with suspended. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. They do almost the same thing, but one just makes it so you can't come back to school, and then one just basically can't come to school for a little while. One kid you can never come back to school ever again, which he probably was happy with anyways. Like, but thing about him is God's just gonna throw him away because he's just gonna think gonna be a degenerate loser. He's not gonna do anything in his life. He's gonna barely get a good job. He's not gonna do anything. So God's just gonna toss him out of the way and move on to a different person who can actually be a little bit successful and have a good life. But people don't have the balls to have a good life. They were just vapesters, degenerates, and that's mostly my school, just degenerate dumbasses who don't even know how to figure out what 2 plus 2 is. It seems like they really struggle on trying to figure out what that is. Who just vape in the bathroom, fight in the bathrooms, thinking that's gonna be a cool idea, just a video clip on their little Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat even. It's like taking a little video, like get the fuck out of here. What are you taking a video for? It's crazy how much degeneracy my school has populated over the real. I'm probably gonna work for McDonald's. You're too young for that. Maybe I'll give it like another year or two, maybe even three. Because doesn't McDonald's make it so you have to work at the age of 16? I think it's that. You might have to work at 16. You might have to start working at 16. I think I'm gonna start working by next year. Maybe because I'm gonna start doing my driver's ed next year. get my permit at least, and then I have to go for the real test, which might take a little while. Your school sounds unreal, though. Indeed, my school is more filled with degenerate losers who fight, take videos of themselves just to get yelled at again. Our school doesn't do anything. Our school actually is top 5 most dangerous school, believe it or not. Maybe even top 3, because we just had almost a gun threat coming to our school. Yeah, I don't know how I'm still alive. Oh, it's not really a gun threat to the school. It's mostly a gun threat to someone else. So, and he got his house raided, and then he found a gun. So, in the house. Yeah. Some schools are harder than others. Yeah, I don't know why they have not shut down that school yet. Still crazy. Good thing people have not died, surprisingly. But it came very close multiple times. My mom finds out I'm still awake. Yeah, after this, I'm probably gonna end the stream. After this endless, I probably just probably sleep. I knew I was gonna be tired. Speaking of tired, fast before I get beat. I can stay up as long as I want on the weekends. I can stay up all night, but I'm not gonna do that. See ya. See you tomorrow. I need water. I probably should get water. Actually, I need to check the stocks too. Cause I keep missing the transcendent, you know me. Cause I love missing shit. Someone put W in the chest and gotta have something, right? Or nothing. Fair enough. 20 hours ago. Train chinchilla for AKG Red Fox, not Mega. Oh, wow, that kind of isn't that. I don't think that's a good trade, man. Fuck. My channel is probably the only one that's just ad free. You can probably watch any of my videos, it'll just be no ads. Probably watch my streams and there'll be no ads either. An ad free channel. There you go. I don't make money. So obviously it's ad free. Ads are dumb anyways. Like I get they're advertising, but like it's so annoying when it's in my like when I'm trying to like watch something and there's just ads constantly. Like ads don't do anything, especially on YouTube. And you have to pay money just to get the subscriptions. They give you 1 off, 3 months off free. And you have to pay after your first part after a little while. Oh, oh, I see a lot. Figure. Oh no, not a plate. Well, that's probably gonna be the end of the stream. I can actually grind a decent amount of coins. 12,000. I'll get the last tomorrow. I'll get the last of it tomorrow. I'll see ya.